Hey food fans, welcome back to another episode of Then We Eat. This week we'll be making smoked ribs with a bourbon barbecue sauce. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, generally with ribs, what you're going to have is a silver skin on the back of this. In order to let the spice rub get into it, we're going to remove it. Now the easiest way I found is just to get under it with a knife a little bit, and then just take a paper towel, and it's a little bit easier to grab onto the skin. So, and you just want to peel that back. There you go. So, not tremendously difficult, but it's a little hard to get under the edge of the skin. So the paper towel just helps grab onto it a bit. Okay, so in here we're going to have a rub. The amounts will be down in the description, but the contents are brown sugar, salt, smoked paprika, garlic powder, cumin, then wheat devil powder, and some ground black pepper. And as I say, look down in the description and there'll be all of the amounts down there. So we're just going to liberally put this onto the ribs. Give it a pat in. Make sure you get it all. All right, so just wrap them up nice and tight, or as tight as you can get them anyway. All right, there you have it. So we're going to throw these in the fridge. You can put them in the fridge anywhere from like an hour up to overnight. Overnight's obviously better, you get a little more flavor, but an hour is good too. So we'll get these out of the way and we'll move on with the sauce. Okay, so now that we're waiting for the ribs, let's go ahead and make the barbecue sauce. So to the pan, we're going to add 1 cup of ketchup, a cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 cup of molasses, and a 1/4 cup of honey. And then in here we have a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of then wheat devil powder. And finally, a 1/4 cup of bourbon, and make sure it's the good stuff. And then we're just going to bring that up, let it simmer for a few minutes until it thickens. Oh, and one more thing is 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. So all you're looking to do here is just cook it down a bit until it's thickened up some. It'll only be another minute or so. The one thing I should mention too, if you don't have any smoked paprika, you can make your own. Just put some paprika out on a sheet pan, put it in your smoker at 250 for about an hour or so. It tastes really good. We do it all the time. All right, so once it's thickened up, then you can just turn it off. We'll put it aside. We'll get our smoker ready. We're going to set the smoker at 250. And the ribs we want to leave on the smoker till they're between 170 and 175, at which point we're going to wrap them with a little bit of liquid in the tin foil. We're going to use a cider, but you can use apple juice as well. So let's get the ribs on, and then we'll check back with you when they're just about ready. All right, so the ribs are off the barbecue. As you can see, they look like they're cooked pretty perfectly. So let's cut into them, have a little look. So here's one just before we put the sauce on. You can see it's got a really nice smoke ring on it. It's nice and juicy, tender, fall off the bone, exactly the way you want them. So let's try one with a little extra sauce. Those ribs are cooked perfectly. They peel right off. Nice chew to them, really juicy. And the barbecue sauce is absolutely amazing. A little bit of sweet, a little bit of hot, and that hit of bourbon, you can't go wrong. So if you could do us a really big favor and smash the like button, and hit the subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it. It really helps the channel and it gives us a reason to make more videos. So until next time, don't forget, first we cook, then we eat.